What's up, everybody? This is Thursday edition of World of Auto Racing podcast. I'm Jordan Balasuka alongside Tori Calhoun. Welcome to the show, Tori, and welcome everybody. We do have a guest joining us tonight. NHRA Division 5 drag racer Brendan Welch will be with us here. Will be with us later on in the show. We got a big show tonight. We got the wrap up of Indy 500 pre-season testing that happened at Indianapolis yesterday and today. We got Bristol Dirt. We got Supercross from Atlanta. We got so much to talk about tonight with so little time. Torre!
What's happening, brother? Talk to me. Tell me something. Let's shake it up. Let's shake it up.
Yep. Hi, Taylor. No, don't close it. Hi, baby. No.
You're already drinking my water.
It's for all of us. It's really good.
Okay. Did you put some in the fridge?
Top shelf.
Did you grab one?
Yep. So we had so you remember
I've
when
never
Atlanta
heard
Motor
of.
Speedway did their
I've never heard of top shelf water.
heard of what?
When you said top shelf, and I was like, I've never heard of top shelf water. I've heard of top shelf alcohol.
He said he never heard of top shelf water, but he's heard of top shelf alcohol.
I'll tell you, man.
Oh, that's funny. So, Brendan's about to be on here in just a minute, but that was funny. What is top shelf alcohol anyway?
You know, like the higher up, like Louis the 14th and things like that. Stuff that costs like $10,000 a bottle.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh? Wow. But I tell you what, oh, don't hurt yourself, honey. But we got Talladega coming up. I'm ready for that. I'm excited for that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So,
ladies and gentlemen.
So we're gonna kind of get into news and.
Yep. Go ahead, man. Go.
So we're gonna get news and notes. So they decided because of the new car, how they're only limited on supplies and stuff. They are not having practice, nor they're not having practice at Talladega or practice at Daytona in August.
I honestly think that is not.
All right, so ladies
How's
and gentlemen,
it going?
Good evening, Brendan. How are you?
Good.
So I'd like to introduce our guest for tonight is NHRA Division 5 drag racer who races motorcycles, Brendan Welch. Brendan, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. So basically, we're adjusting to the Yamaha 600 drag bike pretty fast and liking it pretty good. And we were supposed to make our debut on the 10th, but due to cold track temperature and high winds up to 40, 45 miles an hour, they ended up canceling just as we were warming up the bike. So our debut is actually next week on the 1st.
Oh, wow.
And which track is that?
Which track?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be KRP, Kearney Raceway Park.
Okay. Where's that at?
It's in Kearney, Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
It's about 5 hours from Topeka.
Oh, okay then.
Six-ish from Vandermeer.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon. Was the wind speed something that usually you guys have to deal with at certain tracks, or was that just some unusual circumstance? It just so happened.
Yeah, we usually we don't have high winds like that, and I don't mind riding in some wind, but can't really argue with the track staff.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just this past Sunday, I pretty much took the bike in like 20-mile-an-hour winds for some testing.
Oh, how did that turn out?
Unfortunately, though, we ended up the launch was fine, but we ended up having some down track issue with speed, and it ended up being the clutch. So we're waiting on some more new plates to get in now.
Oh, okay.
The bike's currently in the shop, and I don't know how, but apparently FedEx screwed things up, and they're horrible with logistics, and I don't know how something gets from a few hours away in Nebraska to 9 hours away in Missouri. So I may have to wait until next week now to get the bike running.
Wow. Oh man. I know that's a big disappointment. Until the bike.
I was pretty much hoping to get 2 days in of testing before my debut, but I may just have to run it on the track rather than do 2 more days of preseason testing.
While you wait for these couple of days, is there anything you're gonna tweak with the bike to get prepared for the race?
Well, I usually like to run it beforehand to see, because it varies according to track temperature and all that. So I can't really do any changes or tunes until I actually run it. So whether it's this weekend during testing, hopefully, or if it has to wait until next Saturday, you have yet to see.
Okay. I got a question for you. For people who might not know, like myself, what do you mean when you say track temperature? Do you mean the temperature on the track, or are we talking about the actual asphalt temperature on the track?
Yeah, yes, it's pretty much the temperature of the asphalt on the track.
Oh, okay. All right. I pretty much Go ahead, bro.
So like it could be like 80 degrees air temperature, and then like 105 or 110 track temperature.
Whoa! Wow! Damn! Wow! I did not know that. Damn. That's wow. That's a big gap between like these. Damn! I would have never known that. And I can understand why, because if it's a hot track, that means you guys will burn through tires faster, or it could have possible blowouts, right?
Yes.
Oh wow, bro. Well, it is a good thing. We don't want to see you hurt, brother. That it is a good thing. In case you guys are wondering, that is my co-worker, Taylor, in the background right there. I mean, I'm sorry, my co-worker Lala in the background. I'm sorry. But wow, dang, bro. I'm sorry though about the conditions weren't good enough, because I can hear in your voice that you are amped up and ready to go. Oh wow, but
yeah.
When you guys do get the chance, man, most definitely keep it safe. Best luck to you, and I hope you kick ass, bro. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Jordan.
I have yet. We
He gave
weren't able to get any videos. We weren't able to get any videos of last weekend, but hoping on either this weekend or at the actual events, we'll get some burnout videos.
Nice.
So what was you saying, Tori?
Oh no, I was just saying. Go, Brandon.
Go ahead.
No, you're the guest,
that
bro.
600 is pretty fun. I mean, literally, that just this past Sunday, I was rocking her back and forth. She loves to scream at 12K.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, but Jordan, all I was saying was Brandon was basically giving me a lesson, because I was confused when I had asked him. I was like, when he means track temperatures, did he mean like, the temperature or the asphalt? He was explaining to me the difference in the temperature of the air and asphalt, and I knew common sense why, they would cancel something like that. But wow, I didn't know it was that big of a difference though.
Right. So, Division 5, is that like, do you race with the big boys, or do you guys have your own separate, class, kind of like NASCAR does with Xfinity truck and ARC and all that stuff like that?
Well, ET Motorcycle is part of the Summit Series, and basically ET Motorcycle, my class, it goes from 750 in the quarter mile and slower. And being it's a 600, and I've yet to see what it actually does on paper. I can't tell you what it runs yet because I don't honestly know yet. But I'm hoping. I'm licensed up to 10 seconds, but I'm hoping it at least runs 11. But we'll see.
Okay.
Oh,
So how long have you been racing, and how did you get started into it? What made you become a drag racer that you are today?
Racing in general, or just drag racing?
Racing in general. Racing in general.
Racing in general, I pretty much started when I was somewhat little, about like 12, maybe 14-ish, and started with karts and even did a little bit of side street racing with bicycles too. And then about 16-ish, 15, 16, I started seeing Ricky Carmichael and all the other greats like Chad Reed and Stewart, and pretty much got into dirt bikes about 16. I got a 125, and it was a cheap Chinese one at the time. Ran through that pretty quickly, learned that, and ended up getting, when that ended up having issues, we ended up getting the 1995 Honda CR125R, and we still have that today, the Honda.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
bro.
a big fan of two strokes.
Okay. Hey, I gotta ask, what's your top speed
Top speed in anything?
in anything?
Well, the Subaru WRX STI had about 550 horsepower, and we hit about 177 in that on a NASCAR track.
Okay.
Which track was that?
That was during a testing session in Joliet, like 8 years ago.
So Chicagoland.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's sad what that track's turned into now. It's sad. It just breaks my heart. That was a beautiful track.
Yeah, it's unfortunate where it all started for me, and where I got my first sponsorships and got put in cars for the first time, and didn't have to pay out of pocket anymore. It's sad that where it all started and where my roots were formed is now no longer part of the NHRA schedule. I mean, I would love to run Route 66 again, but from what I've seen the last 3 years, I guess it's closed.
Yeah, it's just sad to see all these tracks that's been around for years, all of a sudden just closed down. I mean, you got Kentucky Speedway that's been shut down. I mean, the only track. See, I live in Ohio, so the closest NHRA track to me is Norfolk. So with National Trails Raceway. So that's I feel like that's my thrill. Now I would be sad if they ever, close that down. A lot of these tracks deserve to stay around so people can just be happy,
Yeah, and there's even been a few tracks that I've been wanting to race, but due to the fact that they're closing, I'll never get or have been closed. I'll never get that chance now. I've visited. I used to live in North Carolina and been a part of Division 2, but I moved the middle of last year, so I I've been to North Wilkesboro. I've been to. I've never actually. I did hear it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Seems like we got some technical difficulties going on his end.
Oh, okay. I'm over here doing my thing. I was wondering what just happened.
Oh no, you good. But give me just a minute, Tori.
Oh, you good, brother?
All right, I ended up getting cut out.
Oh, you back?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you hear anything? Did you hear anything I said before?
It's like you're talking. He's talking about North Wilkesboro, and then all of a sudden, just straight silence.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, I used to live in North Carolina and been a part of Division 2 for like 3-4 years, and I've been to North Wilkesboro and Charlotte Motor Speedway, but I've never actually ran them. But on the good news side of things is that I did hear that and I've read news that North Wilkesboro got a benefactor or some funding, and they're coming back.
Yep, they're coming back in August. They're running some late model races, and then they're going to tear up the asphalt and race the original dirt in October.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, awesome! I love me some dirt track. I used to do that as well.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I actually took the Hyundai Tiburon in the down to Boone County. There's a dirt track there, and I was gonna run Sport Combat this year, but I decided I didn't really like that car, and this deal came along, so I was like, why not get rid of the old sportsman car and get a bike?
Okay.
Yeah, bikes are cheaper. Bikes are cheaper and faster because they're lighter and just way more fun.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So with that being said, we will lead into Supercross on Milena. So Brennan, do you have a favorite superbike racer or anything like that?
Rossi,
Okay.
Valentino Rossi, but I do like what's his name? I also do like Eli Tomac and Ricky Carmichael and a few others,
Okay.
but they're on the motocross side.
I guess.
Okay. So Valentino Rossi, who just recently retired from bikes, is now on the sports car side, and he's running the Le Mans 24-hour this year. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yes.
Yes, it will be.
Yes, it is. So, Brendan, you're more than welcome to stick around with us for the remainder of the show. Tor and I would just do our thing, and you're more than welcome to chime in if you would like.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
especially since you say you like dirt racing. Are we covering the race that was on the dirt track this past week, right?
Yep, and we're also got the Kyle Larson Late Model Challenge. That
There it is.
Yeah, we had Kyle Larson Late Model Challenge at Volunteer Speedway in Bulls Gap, Tennessee. We had the Bristol Dirt Nationals, not Bristol Dirt Nationals, that was last month. Bristol Dirt Race. And then we have Supercross Atlanta.
Mhm.
And so let's go ahead and lead into Supercross Atlanta.
All right, let's do it. In case you're wondering, Brandon, I am a chef, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we were yesterday on this Speedway review. We were discussing that NASCAR should incorporate a lot more dirt races in the season. What do you think about that? If that were to come to pass?
Sorry, what was that again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that yesterday on the Speedway review we were talking about dirt racing, and I was just wondering, would you be open to as a fan if NASCAR incorporated more dirt races in their season, or do you think that would be a bad idea?
I think it would be a great idea because dirt track racing actually shows who the real drivers are. There's seriously a lot more talent when you're drifting around corners rather than cookie cutter tracks that you just have to steer gently.
Yes, yes, yes. I think it would be a
I
good
mean,
idea. Go ahead, Brandon.
just the way I drive personally, I'm a pretty aggressive driver, and I like powering over and getting sideways more than I would actually having traction.
I mean,
Okay,
hey, it's
okay.
like, dirt racing is NASCAR's root. So I would love to see more races on dirt. But here is the
Yeah.
250. But here is the 250 Supercross main event from Atlanta Motor Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, speaking of Atlanta, that's another track that I would have loved to run, but as of last year, I heard they shut down or sold the drag strip. So unfortunately, I'm never going to be able to race Atlanta.
Oh man.
East-West showdown with the two championship leaders.
Oh man.
Lawrence aboard the 18.
And I am a fan of motocross and supercross, but at my age, I'll probably never be in a national event because I'm too old.
The Lawrence brothers,
Never too old, brother. Never too old.
got a terrific start, but they would not lead on the opening lap because Joe Shimoda
this
was
track is
Goes
just beautifully built.
Carries a lot of speed around the outside.
Yeah.
There's RJ Hampshire, the number 24. Hunter Lawrence, Jet right there as well. It's shaping up to be a good one.
The way that Joe Shimoda took off, it looked like he was guaranteed a second win. RJ Hampshire was watching.
Used to the Supercross races being done at night, not 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
All day long. Surprised that RJ laid it down right there. Figured it would have been a little more awareness right there. Seeing people have it.
About dropping it. That's what happened to Jet Lawrence. And it was
So who's the?
Yeah, just an incredible
Sometimes I'm able to remember him, but other times I can't. But who's the guy on the KTM? That's I think he's from North Carolina.
Pro Circuit Kawasaki's Austin Faulkner, but he had nothing here for the flying Christian Craig.
Well, it's great to have Austin back at these races.
Shoot,
I think he runs the 450 class.
To the table. He has a lot of speed.
The comeback of younger brother Jet Lawrence was a side story. The main story was Hunter Lawrence. He took the...
What the heck? Let's see. I gotta look up the
lead of the race from Joe
Supercross
He said it.
results.
The race game click into his hand. Hunter is the bike and the perfect part of the power where there's a lot of the torque advantage. Look at Faulkner going down. Hate to see that. That was right there on that.
Kids in the background, huh?
Newcomb pitches and stuff. But yeah, there we go.
That start straight.
And that opened up an opportunity for Yamaha.
Jordan, is that your kids in the background, or is it the other guy?
Here is Jet. He just kept flicking them off.
Sounds like your kids are pretty wild.
Nah, Brandon, I'm at work. There ain't no kids up here, baby. That's my little two homies, Mercy and Grace over there. They see what Jordan don't do is they be giving him advice and baby talk.
But eventually, those guys had a little bit of fun, and I'm sure they had a laugh about it after it was over. Meanwhile, further up the track was older brother.
Yeah, speaking of kids,
I mean,
did you guys hear of the Baby Walker Nationals event in Houston?
No.
Yeah, apparently they're having a fun little event for the kids, and like 1 and 2 year olds are gonna race in their little baby walkers to the 60 foot. Yeah, little bit of fun for the kids.
Traditional burnout.
Dad, look at that. Yes, sir. Look at that. Burn that shit.
Fan favorites.
We spoke a lot about it, and it didn't.
So I will say that since we are a fully branded team, that we do have hero cards. So Jordan and anyone else watching, we can send you or your kids hero cards and autographs if you want. Just shoot us a private give us a private message, and we'll mail it out.
I'll send my stuff to Jordan, and he'll send it to you, brother.
All right.
I got 3 girls, and 2 of them they like racing to a damn sure extent. Trust me. I think our hero cards are from last year. We haven't updated them, but we are going to update them as soon as the 7 are gone. We need to get rid of the 7 more hero cards first, and then we'll update for this year. Well, I'll take 3 from last year and 3 from the updated ones. I'll help you out.
All right, thanks.
Let me ask you something while Jordan is being a father right now. Because to be honest with you, I just bounce off of whatever he's saying because I work and it's hard for me to catch races. We're gonna go back to your love for the dirt. As you like you said, dirt really lets you know who the real drivers are. But what is it that makes you love dirt track racing so much, if you don't mind me asking?
The fact you can get loose so much easier. Whereas if I could take any car and very easily, without any effort, go 100 miles an hour down Charlotte or Bristol. But my real talent comes from taking a car on the dirt.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Like I said before, the dirt really shows who the real drivers are and where the real talent is.
Oh yes. I agree with you on that. Totally, wholeheartedly.
And it's the same. And it's the same with bikes too, because there are people like flat track. There's people that run bikes over 100 miles an hour, like 140, 150. They're called flat trackers. If you ever watch that, and that's all done in the dirt.
Okay.
And then I'm still in the process of turning the Honda into a supermoto bike, but that would be done half track and half dirt. So kind of best of both worlds. Kind of supermoto. Supermoto is basically a mix between track racing and motocross.
Okay. Sounds good to me, brother. Like you were just saying a minute ago, that I can't remember exactly who said. Excuse the noise. I come outside to smoke cigarettes. whoever that was that were doing the little kids little race. There are a lot of sports that were popular back in the day, and they have yet to connect with the next generation. What that particular group that you were just talking about moments ago, I think that like NASCAR needs to incorporate that in itself. Like start with the kids, get the kids involved. And I think that'll help the
Yeah.
sport. Well, just motorsports, period. I just say it like that. Motorsports, period. Get the kids involved, and then when they see that it's actually fun, and you can have fun doing it, and still even have a career doing it, getting paid. You just never you don't know how many doors that can open for how many different walks of people in the world. Like you could get a Indian guy who fell in love with the speed of how to change tires, seeing that's a challenge. Boom, he might want to be a pit crew member. You might catch a person from Nigeria who loves speed, and then all of a sudden, boom, he has a career. You just never know. I think, like you said, when you mentioned that moments ago, I think they just need to ingratiate the kids with it first, and then that'll grow and then become generational and continue on and on and on. And then they won't have no problem with the sport talking about it's not being popular no more. You've set the seeds, and now you're watching it grow.
Yes, exactly. And it literally says this on the back of our hero card as well. We always make time for the kids. We always will make time for, or at least try to make time for fans and the kids.
Mm-hmm. That's right, brother. You got to have the kids, man. You got to have the kids. That's where we're going to go off script for a second, but that's what's going on with baseball. How they say baseball is losing its popularity in America. It's because you're not ingratiating the children, man. Back in the day when I was growing up,
Exactly.
you go to ballparks, the teams would have the kids doing all sorts of things, and that grew into a couple of generations of people who love baseball. Nowadays, only thing you guys are caring about is how much I'm gonna get paid. Can I get to this team? Can I get this contract? Can I have this endorsement? You totally forgotten about the kids. You aren't planting any seeds. You're not planting any seeds, and that tree is fucking dying. You know what I mean?
And also being nice to kids and spending time with them can also open the doors, because you never know who the dad or mom or who is related to the kid. You may even be able to open the door to a sponsorship by being nice to a kid.
There you go. See, Brandon, you're going to go far. And I have to say one thing you said earlier. You're never too old to do anything, brother. My grandparents always said this to me. The only thing that gets old is clothes.
Yep.
So if you feel like doing it, go for it, bro.
Yep. So
and
here are the results.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to do my fatherly duties, So here are the results.
Oh, no, I already said that, baby. I already said that. You good.
So here are the 250 main event results from Atlanta. Hunter Lawrence finished first. Christian Gregg second. His brother Jet finished third. Both of those. So the two Lawrence brothers races a Honda CRF 250, and the second place is a Yamaha YZ 250. So Honda kind of took that one away. Then you got a Kawasaki driven by Joe Shimoda in fourth, Nate Thrasher in fifth, whatever a Gas MC is. Michael Moisman finished sixth. Austin Forker, who had a medical issue, finished seventh. OJ Hampshire eighth. Mitchell Oldenburg's ninth. Pierce Brown 10th. Jalik Swole 11th. Chris Bloss 12th. Vince Freeze 13th. Garrett Marchbanks 14th. Enzo Lopez 15th. Derek Drake 16th. And you got Jace Olin 17th. Colin Park 18th. Carson Mumford 19th, who was also injured. Jarrett Fry 20th. Remler Elvis 21st. And last place was Hardy Munoz. So, not a bad 250 showdown. So, yeah.
And I also will add that, well, involving the kids is a good thing at the same time. Also gotta be mindful of the danger because racing is also maybe fun, but it's also dangerous at the same time. I mean, a few years ago alone, I was doing an enduro race and I ended up casing a jump pretty bad and broke my femur in half back in 2018.
Damn.
The next year, I was in 5 months or less. I was back on the bike, and then that next year, not only did I get a full sponsorship for GNCC national races, but also I at one of the hardest national tracks in the series, Snowshoe, I got a top 5 and even beat the multi-time champion.
Hell yeah.
So it only goes to show that injuries, as long as you have the right mindset, injuries don't really matter. It's all up here.
That is true. Because, I mean, hey.
You apply yourself, you push yourself, you will succeed.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to the 450 main event, the big boys. Here we go.
Atlanta Motor Speedway.
I hope the KTM wins.
NASCAR Oval Track of the Year, accompanying Daytona, and Marvin thought his Red Bull KTM came as the most recent winner from St. Louis a week ago.
Cooper Webb is the one that's from Newport, North Carolina.
Good to get a W.
Yeah, and just an incredible ride last week.
Yeah, he's the guy I like.
So, come
Cooper
time
Webb.
the 450 main event, and Eli Tomac had one thing on his mind. In addition to victory, that was
I
extending
also
his
do like
championship
Tomac
last week.
too, though.
He got a great start, not quite as good as Justin Barsha and Chase Sexton, though.
It wasn't.
Honestly, I'm a huge Kawasaki
one of my
fan,
favorites.
And the number 23 of Chase Sexton. But look at there, Eli Tomac right there. Jason
honestly,
Anderson
if
right
I had
there,
to
Jason
choose,
Anderson.
I don't have much of a
Chase
choice
Sexton,
right
I'd be
now
able to
because
choose
we're
fastest
pretty
guys,
much
but man,
limited
what
with
a hit
funds.
right
And
there, the
we
first
do have
lap.
sponsors,
Muscan,
but
that
we
was
don't
a
have any
tough
funding this
crash that
year,
he took.
so
That ground is
we're
hard
pretty
right there.
limited
Those
to
memories of victory in
racing
St.
the
Louis
Honda
were
and the
immediately
Yamaha this year.
erased
But
because that one hurt. Then
when
good
I
scrap at the front
when I
for
can
the
get
lead
my
between
programs in my
Gas
career
and Honda,
outside
Barsha
of
and Sexton.
racing
And Sexton was pretty patient.
more
And
successful, then I'm probably
executed
gonna
that.
get
Barsha
a
didn't want to
set
give
of
up, but he didn't have a choice.
No,
Kawasaki's.
he
I'm
didn't.
probably
He went
gonna
to
get
the
like
inside,
a
and that allowed Chase Sexton to
probably gonna get like a KX500 big bore bike, 2-stroke, and or an old KX 250, and then probably trade the then probably trade or sell the Yamaha for a KZ 1000 or the H1 Widowmaker.
Everything's good, and then boom! All of a sudden, he sees himself down on the ground.
Okay.
Monster Energy Kawasaki's
Nice.
Jason Anderson out in the lead. He won in Atlanta before, but at a different venue. Was he en route to do it again?
It's like, yeah, they're like deep into, they got, Supercross has Las Vegas next, and I believe that is the second to last event of the season.
As far as grip goes,
Oh,
for
okay.
most of these riders out there today.
Because I
And
believe
this was the save of the race. How Justin Barsha did not
Spawn
come off
back
his
on,
bike,
yep.
did not high side his bike in the
Dang.
middle of the whoops there was incredible. It was miraculous. And a really enjoyable tussle between a couple of champions in the 450 category. Eli Tomac put maybe the move of the race on Cooper Webb.
Well, and he salvaged a little bit of points to
Nice little battle.
give him a chance to secure this championship next weekend in Foxborough.
So, comeback by Jet Lawrence in the 250s, comeback by fellow Honda rider and teammate Chase Sexton in the 450s as he leapt big and leapt by Cooper Webb.
Just launching over that jump.
That was to get himself on the podium. But no one was going to go near Jason Anderson, fourth win of the 2022 season, and did it in style. He said he wasn't going to make it easy for Eli Tomac. He did everything that he could.
And this is the Jason Anderson that we saw a lot of, I'd say, the first 8 rounds until he took that hit back in Detroit. Great to see.
Another victory in Atlanta and 2 victories here in 2 different venues for Jason Anderson.
So Jason Anderson was your winner of Supercross Atlanta. Eli
So
Tomac,
did
second.
cool.
Chase Sexton, third. Cooper Webb, fourth. Malcolm Stewart, fifth. Justin Barcia, sixth. Justin Brayton, seventh. Chris Chisholm, eighth. Brandon Hartreft, ninth. Marvin Mesquin, 10th. Frederick Norton, 11th. Alex Martin, 12th. Benny Bloss, 13th. Ryan Brees, not Ryan Priest of NASCAR, but Ryan Brees of the Supercross, finished 14th. Justin Starling, 15th. John Short, 16th. Henry Miller, 17th. 18th is Kevin Morans. 19th is Jeremy Hand. 20th, Adam Eatonip. 21st, Justin Bogle. And in last place from Arcadia, Ohio, Cade Klassen.
Nice. At least my two favorite riders in the 450 class got the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tomac and Webb.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
definitely.
But so that was round 14. So they have a couple of more rounds left, and I believe next, I think it's Las Vegas, but if I remember right, I believe it's just Gillette Stadium next. So let's see. Yep. So up next is Gillette Stadium, home of the 6-time Super Bowl champions, New England Patriots. Yeah, buddy.
Never heard that team before in my life.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, speaking of, I'll shoot you. We have yet to actually make it the official schedule, but we do have our projected official schedule out, but we don't have both bikes ready. We're, like I said earlier, we're still working on the Honda and getting that race ready, and we're mainly focused on the Yamaha for the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully sometime in May we'll have the Honda ready for racing. But that aside, we do have the projected official schedule out, and one of our stops, since you did mention you live in Ohio, Jordan, one of our stops this year, we have yet to see officially, but one of our stops on the projected official schedule is National Trail Raceway.
Nice.
We got a race plan there.
Nice. It is a beautiful track. I haven't been there since I was a kid, but it's absolutely beautiful. I went there one night for Saturday Night Thunder Thrills. They had the jet cars out there. Ooh, talk about some loud noises.
And we actually may make 2 stops in Ohio if we can get the Honda ready in time, because also on our schedule, the National Trail Raceway won't be until later this year, but if we can get the Honda ready in time by say mid-month or earlier next month in May, then we'll be going to Millfield, Ohio.
Nice.
The John Petton GNCC.
Nice.
We'll be running the 150. We'll be running in the 150B class with the Honda.
Okay. So, well, hopefully that happens. It's National Trails is a beautiful track. So here's what Eli Tomac needs. To clinch his 450 Supercross championship this weekend. The magic number is 52. If Eli Tomac has a 52-point lead at the end of the night in Foxborough, he's your 2022 Monster Energy Supercross champion. The key things to look for on Saturday is Eli Tomac currently has a 53-point lead, and he controls his own championship destiny. So if he screws up, he's not the champion. If he wins, If he wins or beats Jason Anderson and Justin Barcia, he's your 2022 Supercross champion. Jason Anderson needs to beat Eli Tomac by 2 points. Anderson first, Tomac second to keep his title hopes alive. Justin Barcia needs to beat Eli by 17 points. Barcia first, Tomac 14th to keep his championship hopes alive. So it's a big weekend in Foxborough this weekend.
Nice.
So you gotta look. Yep. And then your 250 West Championships championship fight. It's Christian Craig who has a 23-point lead over Hunter Lawrence in second. Your East standings, Jet Lawrence has a 47-point lead over RJ Hampshire in second. So it's going to be an interest. So the points between the top three of Tomac, Anderson, and Barcia is Tomac with 325, Anderson with 272, 53 points out, Justin Barcia 257, 68 points out. So your top three, and it's like you said last week, Tori, anybody in that top two on down has a chance to beat Eli Tomac for the championship.
I tried to tell you. It's crazy, man. I just it's unbelievable, man, that last year's competitiveness carried on to this season, man. Everywhere is tight. It's tight, bro. That's all I got to say.
It is. It's very tight. Okay.
And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'll show it again. This is my team shirt.
Okay.
Nice.
You guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we do have, like I said, we are fully branded, and we do have a race page. It's Welch Racing. On Facebook, we can shoot you guys a message or just give you guys an invite if you want to follow us.
Absolutely.
I'll do it. I got you.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
So next, we are going to stick with the dirt. We got Supercross on dirt. Now we got the Kyle Larson challenge, late model challenge on dirt.
And speaking of dirt, like I said, we do have some dirt races planned ourselves, and not only are we licensed in the NHRA, but also
AMA. Nice.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, like I said, we'll probably be running GNCC and Supermoto, and as of right now, our only Supermoto event is going to be in Arizona.
Okay. How far is that away?
Couple of days from here, at least.
Wow.
It's at Musselman Honda Circuit.
Okay.
So do you remember a few years ago when Tony Stewart held the Prelude to the Dream at Eldora Speedway?
That sounds familiar.
It's when they had a bunch of NASCAR drivers in it, like Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Ryan Newman, Ken Schrader, all of them. So Kyle Larson's goal is to try and bring that back, but under his own version, because he is a huge dirt racer. So he, over the weekend at Volunteer Raceway, he had what was called the Kyle Larson Late Model Challenge. So, and it was powered by Flow Racing. So let's have a look at the racing action from Volunteer Raceway. Here is the Kyle Larson Late Model Challenge.
Give it to me.
It's going to be Mike Marlar on the pole. Kyle Larson on the outside. 50 50 laps to the checkered, and we are racing here at the Gap. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Larson on the outside, Marler on the inside. They stay wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4. Then at the end of lap number 1, Mike Marler's your race leader.
Tennessee leads the way over California. 1 on the board, 49 to go. Owen sits back in third. Now Davenport. Here comes Georgia. Georgia up to third with Jonathan Davenport.
Jonathan Davenport slides into that third spot. Here comes Kyle Larson down to the inside. Thinks about the lead. Not going to take it away right now. Meanwhile, Jimmy Owens moves up to challenge JD in a battle for third.
Good battle for the third spot out front. It continues to be Marler, but now Davenport and Owens go at it for that final spot on the podium. Right behind them, Scott Bloomquist. Racetrack's looking good early in this one.
Clint, this track indeed, just as you called it, starting to widen out, especially down in turns 3 and 4.
Cleaning up all the way across, and I love the way Davenport's running the outside, starting to work that outside line, momentum up the corners. That's what put him on that. That's what got him here in the heat race. He's sticking to it. You want that Mike Lauder to get more to get in this traffic opportunity. Well, how does that opportunity happen?
Yep. Ricky Weiss, he handled momentarily down in turn number 3, and that puts us under our first caution flag of the night.
Did a slide job. Let's see if Kyle can do the same thing.
Well, Dustin, we're back underway. 25 in the books, 25 to go, and Marler takes them into 1 and 2.
Here comes Larson.
And there it
back
is.
inside. You called it. Larson gets a good run. Oh, no.
Larson in second place.
Oh, no, Tilly dropped the caution. Oh, no, there's caution on the speedway, literally.
It's a red flag. You can't make that up.
Silly, no.
Hey, there is nobody that.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
Everybody flag,
Man.
Well, who
I
had...
want to go give him a hug.
Who had?
It didn't go on the racetrack, though. Why'd he throw it? I thought it was on the racetrack.
Oh, no.
Clint just picked
For a
3
second.
more drivers in case you didn't catch that.
It's the
So.
old Dustin Jarrett trick.
That's right.
There. Here we go.
That boy
Green
stayed on
flag.
the outside, by the way.
Green flag is back out.
Comes the
Larson.
slide job, Kyle Larson.
Oh, Davenport. Oh, my little sparks.
Oh.
Kind of successful.
Oh, now look at Larson close in on Marler as we come around to complete lap 26. It's still Mike
And here
Marler.
comes Jimmy Owens, the other driver that I picked.
That's right. One of Clint's 12 picks is now up to third. Jimmy Owens going to try to make a run at him here. He tries a limbo down to the inside of him in 3 and 4. Can't quite get it done. And again, you guys both called it as your race leader. Mike Marler
that's
gets
a big
Garrett
move.
Smith. Yep, he just got behind. His lead was evaporating just a little bit. I think Jimmy Owens was smelling that blood trying to get up into second to make a move.
Putting those cars in between you and that guy behind you, that is what it's all about when you talk about lap traffic. You have to make sure that you get through that traffic better than the rest.
And here comes Jimmy Owens
There he
going to
goes
work.
door to door with a lapper. That is the worst case scenario. See, opens the door up for Jimmy Owens to get underneath him. Now what's he do getting into 3?
They work off into 3 and 4. Owens looks at the inside of Larson. Larson up the hill. New second place runner. You called that one, Clint.
That's all about lap traffic, utilizing that lap traffic for a pick.
Now they work down the back straight.
Scott is right on the heels of them too. Sorry.
No, you're good. Now, Scott seems like he's been better on the long runs all night. The caution's maybe hurting his roll a little bit. We've got less than 2 laps to go for Mike Marler. Wow. Now Scott goes to the inside of Larson, but the white flag flies this time out of turn 4 for Mike Marler as he leads the way.
Scott's really holding straight and really got a good run off of there. Got underneath Kyle Larson. I think he goes to third place.
He does right there.
But it is all about.
Right.
Was that your guy or mine?
That was mine. Alpha turn 4. Mike Marler takes the winner tonight at Volunteer Speedway. Coming home in the second spot, it's going to be Jimmy Owens. Third, we'll go to Scott Bloomquist, Kyle Larson in fourth, Jonathan Davenport in fifth.
Dirt racing at its finest. So overall, it was a 50-lap feature. $20,000 purse was it at Volunteer Raceway. Here are your results. As it was seen, your winner is Mike Marlar. Jimmy Owens second. The late module Dirt legend Scott Bloomquist finished third. Kyle Larson fourth. Jonathan Davenport fifth. Dale McDowell sixth. Ross Bales seventh. Hudson O'Neill eighth. Brandon Overton finishes ninth. Another late model legend. Ashton Winger 10th. Chris Madden 11th. Corey Hedgecock 12th. Carson Ferguson 13th, Sam Seawright 14th, Dakota Knuckles 15th, Pierce McCarter 17th, Garrett Smith 17th, Josh Henry 18th, Michael Brown 19th, Brandon Williams 20th, Josh Rice 21st, Rick Wise 22nd, Jensen Ford 23rd, William Byron in car number 24 finishes 24th, Cameron Marlar 25th, and rounding out last place was Josh Rice. So, what a challenge. Man.
So while we're still on the topic of dirt, have you guys ever watched any Legends?
Legend cars, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that those things are pretty cool.
Yeah, I used to have it. I used to have here locally. There used to be a track called Columbus Motor Speedway. It was asphalt, and we used to have the legend cars there all the time. The track closed, unfortunately, in 2016. It is now a football stadium.
Yeah, speaking of track closures, it's unfortunate. Like I said before, it's unfortunate that so many tracks are closing down. I mean, you got the Houston Raceway Park that's probably going to close down within a year. You got Atlanta that's closed down. Pomona closed down, and there's the Old Bridge Township Raceway used to be a great NHRA national track that closed down too.
Man, it's just unfortunate to
Yeah, there were a bunch of tracks that were on the list that we spoke about. Some of them we just ran through, but we spoke about tracks we wanted to race or run in the future last year in a different interview. But now, since so many tracks seem to be closing, we may never be able to run the tracks we spoke about.
that's just a hard thing to hear about, you know. But you know, it's all about money and the fundings that they need for them to keep them going. But Tori, are you ready? Are you ready for the big one?
Let's get it, man.
Yes.
Bristol
Yeah, I mean, seriously,
Dirt.
some of the reasons why tracks close is just really ridiculous. I mean, the last bit of news I read was because they wanted a highway extension or some crap like that.
Oh wow! And I feel like that's what takes away.
I think I need to get another beer.
After hearing that,
Hey, I work at a bar.
hey,
That
do what you gotta
that
do,
is
you know?
crazy though, man. You like, so you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That's fucking crazy, man. They want a highway. Come on, man.
And it's tougher to get the truck to turn.
So here is Bristol
Ben Rhodes
Trucks
on
at
the
Dirt.
inside, and we're racing on the dirt at Bristol.
Speaking of Bristol, I've been there. I've been there like once.
Lanes everywhere.
Last year, I ran the sportsman
really
car, but I
driving it
didn't
in.
get to race.
And you know, Vince, that's just what we
It
saw.
was just a test
Nice.
session, but that's another thing on the list is I want to race. Hopefully, it stays open for a couple more years, so I can get a chance to race Bristol too.
Out. And then Logano, more of a
Because,
And
like
you
everyone
see
always
Okay.
says, it's Bristol, baby.
starting to turn a darker color. And then guys are searching
Everyone
around
loves
the middle
Bristol.
to the high side, and there's different colors of mud.
And
And so that's one thing I'll explain.
And honestly, I kind of like
It's
that they
big
put
cookies,
dirt
right?
on the
It's
track
cookies.
because I find it's kind of cool.
I want to hear it.
You have some
It's just
fresh
too
mud.
fast. It's just
and
the
so
Word of
he
Outlaw
wiggled
cars are too
sideways,
fast for that
just
track.
kind of loses it and loops it off for
Yeah.
dirt. It's like fresh dough, and sometimes it's so gooey and slick in the beginning, that you just got to get them all scooped up and put onto a.
See Matt DiBenedetto in that 25. He grew up on the dirt in Northern California.
Yeah, this stage went by super quick. And this is already one to go. Rhodes is still just a little bit ahead of Majeski right now.
What a clean stage it's been. We've just had the one spin. Andrew Gordon bringing out the caution, but Ben Rhodes from the jump has been the fastest, and he is taking care of business with its 4th stage win of the year. That's the most in the series.
Excellent work. Excellent work. Now we're going to see a little strategy. We'll see who picks, who
I'll be
stays out.
right back in a few
But first,
minutes.
we've got a spinner up in turn 2, and that's going to bring out the caution, and it's Chris Wright in the 44.
You know,
Whip around before the leader gets there.
yeah, whip around there so you don't go like that. You know what I don't understand? Maybe you can shed some light on this. We've seen every spin pretty much been in turn 2. Is there a part of the track there that gives you issues because the crashes we've happened up there and spins have happened there?
To me, turns 1 and 2, they're tighter than 3 and 4. And so it's tougher to get the truck to turn in turn 1. And sometimes you stab the brake a little bit and you're trying to do too much in one little spot. But yeah, turn 1 ends up being the tougher entry than turn 3. So things land in turn 2 the wrong way.
With Chris Wright going around, the 24 of Jack Wood gets the free pass. Blaine Perkins got a free pass on that initial caution when Andrew Gordon went around. And there you see the left rear down for Chris Wright. Watch the top of the hill. You'll see Wright go around.
He was around.
Yep, already around.
Pretty early. Is there any damage to the truck?
Ooh, there is now.
And another spinner down low. Is that Austin Dillon? I can't. The track changing.
Stop.
So do you need tires for that, or do you not?
Well, the cookies are getting harder and harder because look, the track is glazing over and you're seeing more and more of that shine.
Ben Rhodes bringing it through turn 3. This will be the 3rd time that Rhodes has swept the first 2 stages
What do you think
of a
about the
race.
way the track looks,
He's
Tori?
not won either one before.
Actually, it looks actually pretty cool, but I understand when people say it look like a big ass cookie, though.
I tell you, the way that the Ford truck
Right.
chose that outside
It
lane,
does
he
look like
knew
a
the
bunch
grip
of
was going to
cookie
be
dough.
there. And he has now just got to try to set sail out front.
How about Chase Elliott coming through the middle? Boy, there was 4 wide.
Welcome
there.
back, Tori.
Oh yeah, I have returned.
Kosova stopped over from Nemechek. Nemechek trying to cross over.
We're complete to reap that, but that 3
And look at
changing lane.
And that's Dado almost got into Logano and holding up Austin Wayne Self. Meanwhile, Colby Howard at the 91 comes by.
Is he going to turn him?
Tap the brakes, swerve it, bet you
They're
can.
literally stuck.
They are stuck together.
I've never seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen it either. Wow.
But see, and that's
Over
just
there,
like
turn
they're
two, this
just stuck
And the
together.
caution
It's
is
like what the hell?
Just when
Like,
you say,
how?
I've
How
seen
do
it
you
all.
stick them together like
Provided
that?
the one of those
I don't know, bro.
stunts.
That's the best word to describe what we're seeing.
Just right at the smoke sign, and you see again, they're struggling more so in 1, and then they end up
Crashing
turn
in 2, right?
Turn 2 is just collateral damage.
Oh, there you see.
Got into 1 too hot.
Goes around. Kofoid goes spinning. Chase Elliott. Watch how he gets through this mess. Round goes the trucks on the low side. Chase squeezes through on the outside. Now he's in the top 5.
Sure is. Yeah, Majeski, just innocent bystander there. Again, a dirt track, when you spike the brake, man, that rear just wants to snap around on you.
And, you know, Derek Kraus just in a bad spot there as they're spinning in front of him. You, like you said, Kurt, you slam the brakes and look what happens. You can see that right rear tire lock up, and that's just going to spin you.
Hey, guess what corner all that happened in?
Turn 2.
Kurt.
Rhodes, stage 1 and stage 2 winner, has had to come back from middle of the pack.
He is just tossing it around. I mean, he is just grabbing all kinds of speed on entry. Here he goes.
Crossover for the lead. Rhodes to the bottom. Throws it in there, trying to hold on to it. Hocevar trying to cross him over.
That is wild. Just totally took over.
Here comes Hocevar, throwing another one back at him. Going to be able to convert. Rhodes holds on to the lead. Nemechek to the bottom now.
I mean, did you guys see that happening?
What a performance by Ben Rhodes.
Doing it.
He's been that way all
It is.
night.
It's gonna. That race was crazy.
And now he's driving away.
The thing all looked tight there, like it was bound up and got some grip, and he is checking out.
2 laps to go for Ben Rhodes. For the first time, he will have won stage 1, stage 2, and then finish with the race win if he can hold on.
This has been done with authority. Wow.
Hocevar right there in case Rhodes would slip up. It's the white flag for Ben Rhodes.
White flag.
5 times he has been runner-up since he last won. He said he just has fun on the dirt here at Bristol, likes it even better than running on the concrete. He was runner-up a year ago and said he wanted to be just 1 position better this time around, and he has done it. Ben Rhodes wins on the dirt at Bristol.
There it is, right there.
Wow. Never would have thought he could have overcome that mistake.
Those last 6 laps were ridiculous. Those last 6 laps were ridiculous, man.
Coming to the checker flag. Mike Marler in that 33 had a solid night running the top 20 and got turned around. And there you see.
Congratulations to Ben Rhodes. He earned that one, ladies and
Few of them.
gentlemen.
In fact, I think all 3 of those trucks, not Marler there in the 33, he's already crossed the checker, but
that was damn. That was a hard race.
You saw Buddy Copeland back up.
But like Brandon just said, you know, that's where you find out who the real racers are, who really wants it more.
Said he's a guy that can go out there and win this
race. That move that Ben Rhodes took on, I think it's
Grant Enfinger, who was also below the playoff cut line coming into this race, finishes top 10. So
that was unbelievable.
Runs second. You see the unofficial results scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Rhodes is the winner.
Congratulations, you earned that one.
Feels so good to jump out of that truck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Screaming for you.
You earned that one.
I think he was restarting 6th. He was on the outside and was just able to find all the right spots.
It made that move. Made that move, dude.
If you want to win, you can't be afraid to do aggressive moves.
He's a dirt guy.
I knew
exactly.
Hey, Jordan, I knew Brandon was gonna say something. I knew he was gonna say something. You damn
Josh
right.
is with the winner.
Ben Rhodes, what a performance here tonight. You said you never had a perfect truck. It looked like you had a perfect truck here tonight. Can you talk about this race?
Oh, man, I thought we gave it away for a moment. Michael Waltrip asked me on the radio, did you mean to stay out? And the real answer is no. So driving back to the pack like that was really, really tough. And not something we wanted to do. My crew gave me such an awesome Toyota Tundra this weekend that I wasn't going to let them down. I had to go back up there and earn the spot back. So really, really proud of all their effort. It looks like I had really fast teammates today, too. And thanks, everybody, for coming out. Happy Easter.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News.
Nice. Very nice.
Awesome racing, awesome racing, awesome racing. You gotta love it. NASCAR on dirt, hey, it works.
Hey, Jordan, how many dirt races we got this season?
Up next is Knoxville Speedway for the Truck Series.
Okay, cool. Hey, Brandon, you wanna come back and do that review with us?
The what review?
When the NASCAR Truck Series heads to Knoxville Speedway later this year.
Yes, I would be glad to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just check in with me so I can see if I'll be free in my schedule.
Not a problem, buddy. But
Yes.
we appreciate you joining us tonight. We just got one more. If you what? We got one more thing.
We're not gonna talk about the move that Ben Rhodes made, like the 5th to the last lap. Are you kidding me? Did you see that?
Go ahead, Tori.
Did you see that? Did you see that? How beautiful that was? Did you see he hit it He hit it right at the right time. It wasn't dirty. It was not unnecessary. It was perfect, damn near. That's all
That
I
is
got to
very
say
true.
about that, Jordan. That's all I got to say about that.
And it's like I don't know if you've seen this picture that I shared or not, but it was just pure heartbreak for Carson Hostefer.
Yeah.
But hey,
But hey,
that's what racing's all about.
yep. And like Brandon said, hey, Rose got loose at the right time. He got loose at the right time.
He sure did.
What you want, fat boy?
All right, so you pretty much know the results from last night and stuff. So let's move on to the highlights of Bristol Dirt Cup, and then we're out of here.
Yes, sir. Go for it.
At the family reunion.
Man, you got problems, bro. Look at this guy.
Just
Look at
about.
this. Look at this girl right here. I fed both of them when I got here. You know I'm talking about the bark cat. Come here. Come here, girl. Come here. Let me show you. Let me show Jordan to you. Hey, this her right here. This one of them. That's one of them right there.
You got little kitties, huh?
Yeah, we got like 3 of them. I'm put it back down.
All right, so here is the radioactive version of NASCAR's Dirt from Bristol highlights. Here we go.
Let's go.
Food City Bristol Dirt Race.
NASCAR Series racing from
Ready to race Bristol Dirt. Appreciate all the hard work. We've been on a roll. I'll keep it up in here. Let's just have a nice stop here. Yeah, buddy, we'll get it done here. We're trying to pay attention to what the track's doing. Do my best for you. Have fun. Safe. Things start all rolling.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. There it is.
5 laps in the first run here.
Fight back that line. It will be Chase Briscoe.
He's really good at getting to the bottom and staying there. It's muddy, but I can still see the grill. A lot of these guys in front of you is already covered up. Try to bump up to somebody and get off. No apron. He's probably running hydrants.
And caution is out at lap 13.
Yellow is out. Yellow is out. I believe it's for mud on the grill. Mandatory pit stop. Cleaning the grill and the windshield. Coming back to it. Starts on you.
Pace truck is in. Green flag.
There. Leaders up in the wall to bring it forward. Blue alert. First go up. We got something down. Be ready. Hold the brake. Try and get it back rolling. Try and get it back rolling when you can.
The race leader, Chase Briscoe, is now in some trouble.
Something's broke. I don't know what it is.
It's going to be Kyle Larson, and Larson gets the great restart.
Starting to get some drops up here coming from behind me. Got one in the fence here.
Justin Algar.
Stage checker right here.
Kyle Larson picks up his first stage win of the year.
That road will be open. We'll come this time right here. I mean, definitely you just got to take your acquisition. That's the plan here. Everybody's come so far, Travis. All of them. Staying out. Staying out.
Daniel Suarez does not pit. He is your leader.
Here we go. And
How little are your kids, Jordan?
Perfect. Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
2 and 3 months.
Stop if you can. Get low, get low, get low.
Aww.
Up in the back straightaway. Woo, one almost went over.
You okay?
Still really little, Dad.
Yes. Little mercy.
Stage possibly to the end of the race if the weather hits.
You have momentum by 1, driving away. By 2.
We're at the end of 2.
Checkers, pray for rain.
First career stage win for Briscoe.
There's a lot of water, man. My windshield is already full.
We've got action stopped here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Let's have the drivers check the board of the cars.
Now it's time to go back to business.
I mean, track's good. I mean, obviously, I would have loved to take it the easy way, but gonna learn. Motor starts pretty bad. Hopefully, it fires up here.
Oh, that thing is terrible.
I just died. Tow truck's gonna give him a push here. Ready and go.
Back to green.
Everybody's more sideways than you. Inside 20, coming back to you.
A little casual contact.
Caution's out.
Have either one of you guys ever taken an S10 truck down a mountain at about 80 miles an hour?
No, I've never done that.
But you're looking at the one that has.
Stop, you're ahead of me. Tired of getting bullied by all these guys. Inside, hang on. Wrecked it. Hold on here. Caution's out. I mean, I'm better than every single one of these in front of me. It's all lane choice.
Oh, slide job. Here it comes.
Get them back to it instead of pay him back. Hold her right where you're at. Go high, go high. Slow right in the middle. Oh, hard hit. She blew up. Motor's gone. You got to go. Pouring rain. We saw the yellow, just from the red. All right, man, they want to turn, then go do it. Green. Out the windshield on the company. Just make it last right here. Sunday drive. You in the 18, I won to the 22. 14. The 18. Your 3 and 4 is money. Don't change it. Do not be greedy in 1 and 2.
It's going to take 2 for that 45-8.
Nothing out the back. White flag. Still inside. Just you and him. Nothing out of the back. To be clear down. Whatever you need. Still one back. All clear. And probably dive low here. Dive and low. Loose under you here.
There you go. For it. Down to the bottom. Slides up in to him. Who's going to save it? Neither one.
Gas up. Keep coming. All the way to the top. Keep coming up to the top. Got to be deep to the line here.
Kyle Busch steals one.
I'll let him get too close. Should have drove away from him there. He's probably not going to be happy, but at least he still ended up P2. That's my fault for sure. So on me, I would have done the same, honestly. Unbelievable, man. Way to keep your head in it. This was awesome. Great job, guys. Appreciate the effort. One of them finally shaked our way.
I don't mean to cry, but is it true about all them bikers that got killed?
No.
All you do is cry, Melvin. It's the only thing you got left. Feeling fairly betrayed.
And I would like to say a few more things before, and I'd be glad to answer a few more questions before we go. First of all, I wanted to say thank you again for bringing us on for this. We always love to have interviews and meet new fans and make new friends and talk. But also, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for this year. Hinson Racing and Clutch Components, Focus X Gear, HJC Helmets, Alpine Stars, Factory Connection Suspension, Factory Effects Graphics, GoPro, Slick Products, and Rhino Products Sports Supplements.
Yeah, and thank you, Brendan, for taking the time to be our guest interview and guest host tonight on the World of Auto Racing podcast. But like Tori mentioned, you're more than welcome to come back anytime you would like. Now, earlier in the year, Brendan reached out to me on Facebook saying, hey, I'm interested in an interview. I said, let me get the season going and we'll get you squeezed in. So here we are. You're here. So thank you for joining us, okay?
I appreciate it, and thank you again.
Hey,
Thank
no
you,
problem.
brother.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Tori, do you have anything for him before he
Peace
goes?
out.
All right.
Nah, actually, while you were doing your fatherly duties, me and Brandon actually we conversed quite a lot, homie. We covered a lot of things. That's why I had asked. I was like, when is NASCAR or anything's going back to dirt? And you said, and I was like, hell, I'd love to have him back because he loves dirt racing. So it only made sense to do it that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thank you, buddy. You have a good night, man, and good luck on.
Thank you. You too.
Luck. Thank you.
Good. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck, brother.
Thank you.
All right, so that was a great show, Tori. It was, it's always awesome to have, guests and stuff on here. So So, thoughts on the show tonight?
Man, the show was good. Once again, I always like to reiterate to you, when you have to go do your fatherly duties, just go. We got it from there. We'll hold it down till you come back. Me and Brandon talked a lot, and I understand because, like, dude, well, you couldn't see his eyes because he had on shades, but you could hear it in his voice once we started talking about dirt, his passion for dirt racing. So I just talked to him a little bit more about that. And then when we started covering the races at Bristol, I was saying in my head what you actually did. He was like, yo, if you want to stick around, we got more to cover and it deals with dirt racing. So it was just perfect, kid. I enjoyed tonight.
Yeah. But I'm gonna sign off here, and until next time, this is What About a Racing Podcast.